In this video, I'm going to show you how to change the description of objects sort of in-game or on the fly. There's a bunch of reasons you might want to do this. Maybe an object exists in various states, like the dog and he's happy or angry or something, or maybe a room looks different because you've pushed a box under a window or something like that. But you want to change the text that's used to that's displayed to the user. So that's what we're talking about here. Now let's take a look at this little test game I've got here. So I have a room here, a one-room game, and it says this is a large featureless room with no obvious exits. On the wall, written in red letters, is the number 6502, which is the processor in a lot of early computers, and also in Bender and Flexo and the T1000 Terminator. Now, in the room, in the player's inventory, I have a pair of glasses, and it says the glasses have red tinted lenses. So you can see what's going to happen here. If I'm wearing the glasses, I won't see the writing because the writing will look red like everything else. And I've also put a small thing in the room, just that's all it's called, is a small thing. And I'll use that to show you how you can change the description on an object as well. So we're going to look at how to change the text on a room and how to change the text on an object. So let's handle this in an event. So let's make an event that checks to see if the player's wearing the lenses, and if the player's wearing the glasses, will change the description of the featureless room, which really isn't that featureless, I guess, if you can see the writing. So let's click on the Events tab here, and I'm going to add a new event called, wear glasses event. Okay, I guess EV. So I guess I don't need that limit on characters anymore because I rewrote the assembler. So I'll fix that at some point. All right. So what's going to happen in this event? We're going to check to see if the player's wearing the glasses. If the player's wearing the glasses, we're going to set the text on the room to one thing. Otherwise, we'll change it to a different thing. So that's an if statement. If, tab, tab. Oh, look, Lantern stubs out an if statement for us. Else, tab, tab. There we go. Now let's check to see if the glasses are being worn. So that's pair _of_ glasses dot w tab tab. That'll expand to being worn. Equals true, equals 1. Sure. If the glasses are being worn, then we won't see the writing. Won't see writing. And down here, we will see the writing. And for those of you who don't live in code land, the double slash means this is just a comment. It's a note. It is not a statement to execute. It's just a piece of information left in there by the person who wrote the code so they knew what they were doing, or they could figure out what they were doing if they go back to it 6 months later. So now let's change the description on the room. So the room was called featureless room, and I'm just going to go down here. I'm going to copy and paste that. Featureless room dot description. What if I just do d? Oh wow, I'm good. Equals, and then let's put in the original text. And let's also put this down here. All right, let me just save that just so I don't lose it. Okay, so let's go put the text, the appropriate text in those quotation marks. So let me go back here, and I'll grab out the text for the room, and I'll go back to my event, and I'll paste it in there. Oops, wrong button. Okay, so if I will see the writing, so that's correct. And if I don't see the writing, I'm just going to get rid of that. Now, if you're wondering, is it like useful to have this text in here, or is it going to be inefficient because I've got the same text in both places? And the answer is no, because the string builder thing, the string table is going to filter out the duplicates. So every turn, this thing's going to check. If the player's wearing the glasses, then I shouldn't see the room or the numbers. Otherwise, I will see the numbers. Now, since the description of that room is controlled by an event, I really don't need this text, except that the first time that room is described to me, the event hasn't run yet, right? So I don't, if this were a room that I weren't going to get to till later in the game, I wouldn't actually need to put anything in here. I could just put just an underscore just to have a placeholder for the text. All right, so now let's run this. I'll save it. And before I do this, let me check that the glasses are wearable. And let's launch the player. Okay, this is a large featureless room with no obvious exits. On the wall, written in letters, is the number 6502. Okay, so let's take the glasses and let's wear them. Oh, wear glasses. You put on the pair of glasses. Now if I type look, this is a large featureless room with no obvious exits, right? So after I put on the glasses, the event ran, and the event said, oh, the glasses are being worn. I should change the description of the room so I don't see the numbers. And now let me drop the glasses here. I don't have the take off the glasses implemented. Drop the glasses, and now let's look. This is a large featureless room with no obvious exits. On the wall written. Okay, so now we can see the writing again. So after we pick up the glasses, or the act of wearing the glasses changes that room description. All right, so that's how we can change the description of an object, right? We can just change its description property. Now let's override. Let's change the what happens if we look at the small thing here. So let's add a function. I'm going to call it x underscore small underscore thing for examine the small thing. And what I'll do is I'll say if tab tab else. Oops, I could have done else tab tab there. PR print line. The thing is, or whatever. This is the normal description. Nothing unexpected. So what we're doing here is we're going to check to see if the pair of glasses are being worn. Pair of glasses dot w tab tab is true. Then PR tab tab. This thing is red like everything else. So when we examine the small thing, we'll check to see if we're wearing the glasses. If we are, we'll print that out. Otherwise, we'll print that out. Okay, so now that we have our examine small thing function, we need to go turn that into a sentence. So let's go to our sentence here, and we'll say, we'll try to find examine, look at, there we go. If we try to examine the small thing, what do we want to do? We want to call the examine small thing function instead. There you go. We want to replace the built-in examine function with the examine small thing function that we just wrote. All right. Now, one caveat. Let's go back to that function. When you examine something, like if it's like an open container or a supporter that you can put things on, it will list out all of the things in it as part of the default behavior. And when you do this, you're losing that default behavior. So if you wanted to look at, like if this were a box and you wanted to print out this description and then also look in the object and print out its comments or its contents, there's a function down here at the bottom. You can see look underscore in and then followed by the object. So you can actually you can actually force the game to look in an object using this look in function down here. All right, so let's run this and see what happens. All right, so let me look at the thing. Taken. You noticed nothing unexpected. Okay, so why did it take it? All right, well, because I've got a before sentence that says before examining something, check that if it's portable. If it's portable, take it. All right, so now let's wear the glasses. You put on the glasses, examine the thing. The thing is, read red, just like everybody else. Oh God, what do they call it? Homonyms, homophones. Save it. Let's just. I gotta fix that. Okay, so there's a small thing here. Examine the thing. You notice nothing unexpected, right? Because that's what we told it to print out, because we're not wearing the glasses. Wear the glasses. You put on the pair of glasses. Examine the thing. The thing is red, like everything else. So there we go. So there's an example of how you can change the description of objects. I think the best way to do this is with an event. although this works, the examine, overriding examine works, but I would say only do that if the object you're looking at is not a container or a supporter. If it's just like a a piece of paper or something, and you have to be wearing the glasses to see the secret code or whatever, that's fine. So there it is. You can either add an event to test a condition and change change the description on an object, or you can just brute force override the behavior for looking at an object using a function and a sentence, and that's kind of it. But there you go. So you can change the description on objects on the fly. Maybe for this event, imagine like we've got a monster, and he could exist in a series of states. Maybe he's sleeping, maybe he's hungry, maybe he's angry, maybe he's attacking or something. We could check the state of the monster and set his description accordingly. I mean, that's one way of doing it. The other way is to have different monsters modeled in different states, like have 3 different monster objects, and then switch them in and out of the world based on the state of the monster. So there's really 2 ways to do that. You can either have an event that changes the description of the object as appropriate to your game, or you could have an object modeled in several different states. There you go. Hope that was helpful. If you have any questions about that, just get in touch. Email me, evanw@tcdupage.org, or message me through Schoology, and I will be happy to help you with your puzzles.